Everybody, welcome back to Set the Wayback Machine Magic Farm 2, Episode 4. And probably the last episode of Magic Farm 2 for a while. I'm going to keep hold of the saves, and then we can have like a poll once we've gone through the last few other waybacks, because I'm going to look at a few other packs, not a vast number, and see if any of these packs are something we would like to actually, well, continue and see what we can do with them a number of years on, with more experience and more knowledge, that little bit more, you know. That is not growing, is it? But, oh well. Kinda stuck with that at the moment. Anyway, last episode we kind of was trying to work out how to make alumite, which is the next tier of metal I need. I need to be able to mine tin, basically, and as it stands I can't, because we go and have a look at a bit of tin. There's a little bit down here somewhere. There's a bit there. Tin requires a harvest level of tin, and my iron is not high enough level. Now there is a way to up the level, and that is to put a mob head on the actual thing. I think I've got one modifier remaining, so really, why have I got one modifier remaining? I'm not put any modifiers on it. If you can hear rustling, there's a small cat in a Converse trainers box. I've not put anything on that, have I? I don't think I have. Oh well. Anyway, doesn't matter. We've got the things, we've got the tools, and now this has given a couple of. It's got look and auto repair on there. Doesn't do much damage, but that's fine. However, what I am finding is that I am struggling with hunger, and the other thing we found last episode was down here, in amongst clusters of things, and on the other side of that is a spawner, and here is a fire. Apparently a fire zombie. So what I'm trying to do is get a zombie head. So far, I've got one. Anyway, the problem I have is twofold. One is fighting consumes a lot of energy, and two, food is not very good. Now I can, if I go and look at this, I can combine this with chicken and some mayo and some bread and make a chicken sandwich, which is a nourishing meal. And you just need a skillet for that. Or I can combine the bread with some meat, pork chop, and make myself a hot dog. But I need a pot for that. I'll make a fish sandwich with the mayo. I can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I can make a foot long with mayo and the relevant things. I don't think I have either of those. But the point being is there are a number of items which we need to make food better. And the two specific ones are the pot and the skillet. Now I processed up all my iron. It's all gone. Because with the exception of maybe a little bit of Invar, I suspect that the vast majority of what I need here. Now I should have some pork chops, I have, and if I combine, let me just double check what I am doing here. Nourishing meal, nourishing meal. That sounds like a better option than an unfulfilling light meal. So I'm going to get myself maybe 8 of those perhaps. And then the other one, I don't think I've got any fish, have I? I don't. But I have got chicken. I don't have eggs. That is more problematic. Oh, it doesn't matter. Right now, we've got that and we've got these various bits and pieces. So now we should be able to... Oh, I need to take some of that with me, because I will need to repair my sword. We should now be able to sustain ourselves a little bit longer, hopefully, and get one of these guys to drop a head. If I'm lucky. So far, not been that lucky. Shouldn't have brought that with me either. But, are you healing faster than that? You are. You're regenerating. Right, well, I'm going to have to kill these guys. Maybe the rapier is not the right tool for this one. Maybe. Still, this is my only real choice. Hungry zombies. No, they're all healing. Ooh, I've got lifesteal out of it now. Okay. There is no way. Yeah, forget that. We're going to have to get him to despawn. There's no way I can take on a special mob like that. Not with this sword, anyway. Boop. That is actually starting to get really good. Once you can replace the blade on it with something that's better, it's going to be interesting. What else have you got? You got 2 modifiers as well. So if I had quartz, which I don't, because obviously I haven't been to the nether yet, we would be laughing. Alright. Now the question is, have I actually travelled far enough away for that guy to despawn? And I don't know the answer. So yeah, doing this kind of thing has been entertaining. I got a feeling I haven't gone far enough. Nope, I haven't. Okay. I need to go further away. And I am going to do this with a few other mods packs that I've done over the years. The reason this is coming largely to the end, or at least for the time being, is really very simple, and that is that Sandrock is due to update with the final chapter, and I would in fact like to cover that. So cooked pork chops, perfect. course, the only problem now is that I don't necessarily want cooked pork chops. What can I do with those then? Well, we can make a loaded baked potato, if I had any potatoes. I can make a bacon cheeseburger with a cheeseburger, but that's not going to happen, is it, any time? Don't have any of that. I don't have any eggs, which kind of thing. Yeah, but I would like to continue doing these revisits because I do actually genuinely enjoy reminiscing over some of these old packs. I'm not sure whether I would want to play Magic Farm 2 in any degree of anger for any length of time, but I am open to, well, pretty much most things, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of where we are with that. I wonder whether I need to make something with a little more oomph. We've got the sword blade. Let's just have a look. What's our options? We can do a sword or the rapier. It's moderate damage, and that's moderate damage, high durability. So low damage. We could do the pan. The pan's always fun, but its damage is low, and that generally isn't a item. So do we just go with a straight sword, which just needs a wide guard? I think everything else. So if I were to make a wide guard pattern, maybe that will do the job. Actually, I probably don't even need that, do I? I probably just want one of those for this. Yep. And then we can grab you, pop you in there. We should have an ingot of aluminium brass, which is fine. And then I think, let me just check, I think it's half, it is. So I can make an iron wide guard. Don't know why I wanted an iron wide guard. I do, however, want an iron sword blade. Boop. We can throw away our stone wide guard. And move on. But at least we can make slightly better food now. Of course, the other thing we do need is lots and 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 lots of seeds. So we need to get the farms going. And then we probably need to think about building if we were to go and build this. Now, that does not appear to be growing or spreading. None of these appear to be spreading, which suggests to me that perhaps they don't. Or it's just a very rare, pardon me, it's a very rare occurrence. So that might be a thing. However, wooden tool rod, one of those, sword, tool rod, that and that should give me +7 damage, which is probably a better option for farming. I mean, the better option would be the big sword that we get from the upgraded table, but because it has beheading built in. But let's just go down and see if we can't encourage this. Now, the other thing I could try is a lava blade, which is an option. So this should at least damage. If any of you would like to come out to play, let's see how long this lasts. Any of you? I think what we got is we're exchanging zombies here. You only get player heads from a player kill. I suppose that's a big question, isn't it? And all we're getting it right. This food is lasting a lot longer. +1 beheading. Oh, perfect. Well, I'm not going to complain. But what have you got now? Beheading and fiery. And reinforced. Right. Well, this is going to take me a short while. So I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I was struggling with a special mob that does not want to die, and I'm not sure whether he's ever going to die, so I decided to just come out for a little explore. I've come north and just wanted to see what we could find out and about in the world. I mean, if one of you want to poop out some eggs, then I could definitely do with some eggy goodness. The mana pods, I remember those, but again, there's a lot of mechanics that fell by the wayside. They just did not. Horsey? I don't even know whether in this 1.64, yeah, well, can you even, oh, I don't want to go near that, that's a spider spawned a tree. Although, that said, if you can get in and out, it could be worthwhile investigating it for the chest, if we can figure out which side it's on. I might need to leg it though. I need to leg it. There's already one. We don't want it. Couldn't even see if it was special. Okay, yeah, that's this is half the problem. Oh, hello, did I get a... Oh, I picked up a rose. It wasn't an eggy. Okay. I was getting all excited for nothing. And if I were pushing forward in this, then I'd probably want to look further at, you know, the things, and I mean that's a node in there. I know there's a node in there because that's how they work. And hello, he's underground, isn't he? But certainly searching So we know it's not on that side. I don't know whether I get away with this or not. Ah, it's there. Did I? I think I got away with it. Did I get anything useful? Not really. Okay. Well, nice to know that that was worthwhile, risking my neck for. But that's basically how I used to deal with those things in the day. Run in and pray. I say the cave spiders, which in itself is nasty enough, but the big issue with them is that they're cave spiders with in a pack where there are special mobs, and that to me is always the bit that makes these more fun, and it's always in the same spot. I think it's always the same corner. However, this was really just a little excuse to come out and have a little look around, and then we'll head back. I'm not getting any of those heads, so it occurred to me that we might be better off getting the heads in loot if we could find anything, but I genuinely don't think there's much to find out here. I'm certainly not finding any more seeds either. The other thing which I would like to find, which would be very useful indeed, would be a village, because that would open up something, and I've not actually, well, did it open up a world of possibilities, shall we say. But if I remember in 1.6.4, I'm fairly certain villagers pretty much only spawn in plain biomes. Of course, the other advantage to that would be beans. Let me just grab some more food to keep me going, because I don't want to be eating all my good stuff all the time. That's probably not a good idea to fall in. Yeah, I think we just got to have a little look around. I mean, this terrain gen had its issues. Obviously, we hit one of them, which was the size of the oceans. They were massive. And sometimes you can find something useful in there, sometimes you can't. Cattle, again, would be more useful if we were. And remember when you could do that? Do you remember that? I mean, that's actually because we've got a Tinker's Construct broadsword, but you could do it with a vanilla sword. Everybody forgets you used to be able to block with these things. I think that's what I like about doing this kind of... Look what I found! A village. I'm not sure whether that bamboo's good for anything, but a village. Let's get excited. We found a village. Right. More importantly, because I found a village, we found carrots. Wheat, which I could have got, you know, the hard way, if I wished to. I'll throw that away because I don't really need that. More carrots. I can't remember on this version whether you got the... Oh, and then we got spuds, so that was the other one we needed. you can cook a spud. I mean, the actual villagers themselves were usually pretty abysmal. Although you could find one of these guys on occasions, fermentation barrels. And of course you had one of these guys, which were always welcome. Don't know whether these guys had any loot in them. Don't think they did. Then these always, I don't think these had anything in them back in the day. No, there's the church. Careful. God. Ooh, okay, what have we got? More than I can carry, this is the problem. Anything useful? Not seeing anything useful there. That's useful. We'll have that. I mean, it's kind of a random thing to find lying around, but there you go. Yeah, I tried a lava blade in the thingy and it didn't work. So, yeah, that was a... that was the thing. Lava blade was not for the win. Oh, this is not the thingy. Don't think he really has anything specific to offer. Right, grapes. Books. Well, I suppose I should play as if I may come back to the world and continue onwards, so... because I might, you know, depending on... Yeah, remember they had never had anything in them. The villagers were kind of a very mixed bag of kind of good stuff and useless stuff. You know, I mean, we could... don't know, can I? I can't. Okay, well, that's interesting. Again, nothing really that I can't make there. Nothing much there. 3 pistons, so I suppose that's worthwhile. You see, that's actually... that will melt down for a full ingot, as will most of those items. But it has to be in the smelter room. And that was the B place, which I haven't really got the inventory to play around with, so will not for now. But well, at least I know villagers do exist now, which is always a bonus. And I think I should probably look to head back. Now I've got some spud carrots and wheat. That would be a good point to think about heading back home. We'll borrow a bit of tree. Actually, I didn't need to, but it doesn't matter. Make ourselves a boat and we can head back in the direction we came from, which was south. It's over there, look, 800 meters. Yeah, useful to know. I must admit, the mapping side of things doesn't seem to have zoom, menu, toggle full screen on. There doesn't seem to be a great deal you've control. So, you need to basically waypoint everything, because if you don't, you can't go hunting for stuff later. Anyway, I've got to get back, so I'll see you in a moment. Alright, moment of truth. This is where we find out if my super duper zombie has died or not. No, he's still there. That makes things difficult. How do we deal with that? Now, if I can... Oh, I don't like that. Yeah. See, the problem is, I put a sign in down there, and I want to push him to the front. Because what I'm wondering is if I could. I don't know. The problem is I need him gone, and these guys are clearly regenerating. All of them. Just don't know how to get. Struggling to get this guy. And he's got 240 hit points. I need to be well away from him. Well, how do we deal with a zombie with 240 hit points that I can't hit because he basically pounds the hell out of me? The only thing I can think of, and this is not perfect, but it will have to do, you suffocate them. And that's just a giant zombie. I can live with that. See, I kind of turned this off a little bit. Well, I suspect it's going to take a while to kill a regenerating zombie with 240 hit points. So we'll just leave them to it. Not entirely sure how best to tackle this particular issue that we have down below now. I mean, we've got those, but they are... I don't have slime, do I? No, I don't have slime, and I don't think I have a way to get slime. Congealed green slime from the slime island, or propolis, or treated leather. Could get treated leather, that's doable, I think. Maybe. But we're still, I suppose, just dealing with symptoms. I am... Not died yet. I don't even know if it's possible for me to kill him like this. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, this has been going on for ages. I don't think he's going to die anytime soon. I think he is probably regenerating faster than he's suffocating. However, I think we have probably run this to the end. I am more than happy to do in the future a full Magic Farm to play through again, see if we can't do the sandwich machine, which was fun. I mean, we did all things like I think we used I think it was a cannon. No, it was open. It was an open blocks thing. Oh gosh, you had the luggage, didn't you? Once you had a time, yeah, you had all the cool stuff. Item cannon. There you go. So we used that to move things around the factory as well as conveyor belts and everything, and it was so much fun trying to get, I believe we were making delighted meals off the top of my head. And delighted meals were problematic because, you know, you need to make a smoothie, so for that you're going to need automated snow, and you need some automated berries and to run that through. But you also needed fries, and fries needed bakeware and salt and potatoes, so you needed to grow your potatoes, but you also need to get salt. And of course salt you made with water and a thing, so you had that, but then you needed the deluxe cheeseburger, so you needed tomatoes and lettuce with a cheeseburger, but then you needed a cheese making facility which needed milk and salt, so you're back to your salt, but you also needed to be getting milk. And before you even got onto that, you needed a hamburger, so you needed some beef or tofu and toast, so you needed to make bread, but bread needed wheat. And you can imagine, you know, this is early doors, and I still think to this day, if I'm brutally honest, it is probably one of the most creative modded factories I have ever made. I wish I'd got the save file, because it was so much fun. But anyway, thank you everybody for the support and, you know, the reminiscing you've had over the Wayback. We will come back to the Wayback. I have other packs I want to examine. I'm sure you'll realise that, you know, Crash Landing is one of them, Regrowth is one of them, Agrarian Skies probably one of them. There's a lot of historical packs. Terra Firma Craft I've played pretty much constantly for 10 years now, so you know, it's not much coming back to. That's going on with, although I haven't got a Terra Firma Craft season going at the moment. But yeah, this was a pleasure, and we'll see where we go next on our time machine. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.